Hey guys, I just wanted to talk to you guys now that it's legalization uh, in Canada. So it was legalized on October 17th, and now it's available in uh, one store in BC, in Kamloops, and then on the BC Cannabis store, as well as the OCS in Ontario, and then in Winnipeg at a retail store, as well as in Alberta at the online store and in retail stores such as like Nova and Fire and Flower, I think, and a few others. Um, so now it's already been about 4 days since it's been legalized, and it'll be interesting. I know I looked on the BC Cannabis store, and I was looking at the uh, Wayland groups, their strains. They have kiwi, mango haze, and they have Northern Harvest, strawberry ice, and then they have uh, a Ghost Train haze, and that's from I think High High Tide. I think that's their their brand. And then in CanTrust has a few interesting strains. They have Yin and Yang, and they got Kinky Kush, and they have a few other ones that look interesting. The CanTrust company, and then there's Hexo has a lot of variety for their mists and their oils, and that for their Elixir brand, their premium brand. And then there's also Canopy has a few good ones with like DNA genetics, and I think they have Tweed, and they have pre rolls. ACB's got some pre rolls. Then there's all Up Cannabis has a few strains. I know some of the strains have been selling out like crazy. Um, So I guess some of it with this sticky thing that you put on the package, and then the companies haven't been able to keep up with that, and then just getting it out to all the retail stores and in the online stores, the distribution. I guess it just I don't know. I guess they just have been having troubles. So some of the stuff's gonna be sold out. It doesn't seem as much with say like Aurora or Canopy, because I guess they just have so much stock piled, so they just deliver so much the to the branches. And I guess I mean with the like the crazy amount of demand, then that the province has already like agreed to, then I mean, it seems I guess like some of the other maybe it's the price per gram, but I know that THC Biomed, their grams they've been selling really good in BC. They're best sellers because they're for pretty low price. They're around like $6.99 or $7.99 for some decent strains. It looks like if you look at the pictures. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I know a lot of these brands, I think they have anywhere from like 2,000 kilograms to say, I want to say like 75,000 to say like 95,000 kilograms deals with the provinces for marijuana. So there's these companies. So some of the companies are probably only doing about 1,000 kilograms with all the provinces. So whether they're selling it for like $6 a gram, that's like $6 million in revenues for the provinces. And then you get companies that are doing up to like with Canopy and Aurora, they could be doing like 80,000 kilograms at say like $6 per gram. So that's like 480 million. So I mean, if if they do even more than that, so this is like I think the minimum that the provinces want. So Aurora and Canopy, I think that they could end up selling, say, like over 100,000 kilograms. And then some of the products are more expensive per gram because, like, if they're into capsules or the oil, so these companies like could be making a lot of money. I know Hexo, they got 40,000 kilogram deal with Quebec, and like their prices are pretty high per gram. Like for some of the stuff, like the elixir products, like $100 for like a 15 milliliter thing or 20 milliliter. So I think they're making some pretty good margins on those. Uh, so if they could be ended up doing, say, like $300 million for 2019, and then like companies such as like Wayland Group, they got 11,000 kilograms with all BC, Alberta, and Ontario, and so that's and Ontario wasn't announced. So my thinking, because of the population, I think they're around 10,000 kilograms in total from Ontario. So that'll give them like 21,000, or maybe it's like 8 or 9,000 kilograms. So like 19 to 20,000 kilograms in total. And I think the deal's like about 550 per gram. So the revenues for Wayland is, with the supply agreements, is around $110 million for 2019. So it'll be interesting. And then like CanTrust, I think they're at like 17,000 kilograms plus, say, like 10,000 or 12,000 with, say, Ontario, and that would get them to about like 28,000 to 30,000 kilograms. Um, so like, say at like or $6, that's like about 180 million. So, and then they could be doing other stuff with in the medical market. So you never know what their revenues have been around like 9 million last quarter. So their revenues are going to increase a lot, anywhere up to, say, like 25 to, I would give it like 50 million per quarter. And Canopy, I think, was going to do about 100, maybe 75 to 100 million early, like in their next quarter. And then at the end of 2019, their quarters are going to be around like 125 to like 200 million, I think. Aurora is going to be around, I think, like 55 to 60 million. And then they're going to go up to about 150 to 200 million per quarter, I think. I could be low in the first quarter in rec, but that's what I'm gonna say. And I think Wayland could be around. I want to say for the first 3 months, maybe 7 million to, say, like uh, 25 million. Maybe that's a little high. And then in the end of the year, they're gonna be doing, I think, about 20 million to like 60 million. So anywhere in that range, I'd say probably like 35 to 40 million in the end of 2019. So these like revenues are going to go staggering in some of these companies, like uh, Aurora, Canopy, uh, and CanTrust and Hexo. Hexo is going to probably be doing 60 to 75 million per quarter eventually. Uh, you know, who am I not thinking? OGI could be doing like 20 to 35 million per quarter, and like $100 million. So there's these companies that are going to be making a lot of money. I think um, and especially the Click, the Alcana stores, they're going to be doing a lot when they have all like 30 in Alberta. Right now they got, I think, 5, but they're going to be making a mass amount of money, like anywhere from like 150 million to like 250 million a quarter, and they could be going to like 300 to 400 million per quarter in cannabis sales. Um, this is my information that I have about the recreation now. I just came back, and I just want to chat about this stuff, and then let's just peace.